Mets pick up the Yankees trash yet again, and this is becoming the norm. Players going from the Yankees and having subpar to mid-level to really terrible seasons, and then going to the Mets, and then turning it around because the Yankee coaching staff, development staff, everything about the Yankees is minor league, Bush League, Mickey Mouse bullshit level. And then there's the Mets, who are A class and can coach and can develop. And you don't have that on the Yankees. So Devin Williams, which I find so funny. This is just again how much I hate this Yankee organization. A guy that you changed your facial hair policy that you had in place for 49 years, and you changed it for this guy for him to put a 5 ERA out there and then leave and go to the Mets the next year. Guy's a joke. Team's a joke. Cashman's a joke. I hate them all. But the Mets, I hear a lot of people are complaining about this move. I love it. Like I said, this guy is going to be the best eighth inning guy in baseball. And they go, oh, well, Chris, what do you mean? What if Diaz comes? It's not a what if. Edwin Diaz is already a Met. It's just pretty much what's the contract going to be? What's the years? What's the money? Edwin Diaz is a New York Met. He's never not been a New York Met. He will never not be a New York Met. Pete Alonso is a New York Met. Never was not a New York Met. Will never not be a New York Met. The only thing with Diaz and Alonso is, again, how many years is their new contract going to be and how many dollar signs are in that contract. Other than that, there's nothing to discuss here. And I've said this from the beginning. I said this the minute that these two stars filed for free agency, and they're like, "Oh my God, oh my God, the sky is falling." Alonso's not going anywhere. Pete Alonso is like that puppy dog, or he's like that child that really doesn't want to leave his parents. Like he just doesn't want to fly the coop. He's 18 now. He's all grown up. He doesn't want to leave. That's Pete Alonso. He can't stand to leave his family. He does not want to not be a Met. Okay? Despite all the bullshit, despite all the rumors that you hear, and you have seen the New York Post drum up these articles of just absolute bullshit that Jeff McNeil and Lindor they have a problem, and Lindor has a problem, and Nimmo couldn't wait to get out. First off, you're not losing much on Brandon Nimmo. I'm sorry, because they're going to upgrade with either Cody Bellinger or Kyle Tucker. Bellinger, Tucker, Nimmo. I'm going with Bellinger or Tucker. Hell, the money they have, they can sign both. But I think it's apropos that the Mets will sign Bellinger because it'll be another Yankee going across town saying, I want to play for the Mets more than the Yankees. And what does that tell you? If you were Hal Steinbrenner sitting there in your stupid mansion in Florida, you have to sit back, moron, and be like, okay, why don't the players want to play for us? Because really, no one wants to play for you. I don't think anyone wants to come here. I don't think anyone wants to wear the pinstripes. And you can't say, oh, it's because the new mayor, it's because of this and that, because you got a lot of action in Queens. Nobody wants to come to the Bronx. Brian Cashman is a moron. Aaron Boone is a moron. The team is a Mickey Mouse level joke. Any team that has Will Warren in their starting rotation is not serious about winning baseball games. They are not serious about winning world championships. Will Warren. The Mets have had Senga, Severino, Mania. They went out and they got Scherzer. They got all these guys, Verlander, Will Warren. And yeah, you could say some of those guys from the Mets didn't pan out or haven't panned out, but they went and they got them. The Yankees sit there and they do nothing. And I really think that either before the 2026 season starts or at the deadline, Tariq Skubal will be a New York Met. I really do. And I think if they get Skubal, which is a good possibility that the Mets do, that'll be the end of their trades. However, if they don't, they can get Ketel Marte from the Diamondbacks. He's another trade option piece for them. Okay. I've heard a lot about Freddie Peralta. That's another thing. Freddie Peralta will be a New York Met. That's another thing, guaranteed. Guaranteed. Don't know how they're get the how don't know how they're going to get the deal done. Stearns is building a little something here in New York with a lot of his guys that he had in Milwaukee that he's familiar with in Milwaukee. Freddie Peralta will be a New York Met in 2026. Bank it, book it, do whatever you have to do. He's not going anywhere but Queens. Okay, and that's a solid, solid arm. Okay, so the Mets will trade for Peralta. Hunter Green is also a possibility for the Mets in Cincinnati. Joe Ryan from Minnesota. Pablo Lopez from Minnesota. Those are two arms right there. If all goes right, I wouldn't. Stephen Kwan maybe could be a trade piece for New York. So there are options for the Yankees. Byron Buxton may be a good little piece, maybe not a starter or maybe a platoon guy for the Mets. Got some pop. The Mets are going to be active, and I think Schwarber also will be there as a DH. I think Williams, which you kind of figured was going to make the move. You knew he wasn't coming back to the Yankees. And I always thought that Stearns is looking to get these guys that he had in Milwaukee. And, well, Stearns seems to, and the Mets seem like they just enjoy taking the Yankees players. It's worked out for them. I mean, Clay Holmes is an absolute stud, and he'll be even better next year with a year of starting under his belt. So, I mean, I wasn't shocked when Williams went to the Mets. And I'm not going to be shocked when he has a phenomenal year as Edwin Diaz's setup man. Because Edwin Diaz is the Mets closer, because Edwin Diaz is not going anywhere. So Williams has already been signed. That's another one. I predict Alonso and Diaz coming back. Bellinger, Freddie Peralta, either Joe Ryan or Pablo Lopez, and Stephen Kwan, and Kyle Schwarber as the DH. That's what your Mets team it will be. Those will be the Mets additions in the offseason in 2026. One team is dedicated to winning and signing stars, and then there's us. Oh wow, we have Yadabua, Yadagato, whatever the hell that guy's last name is as a star. Yeah, oh wow. Print the pennant tickets. And we got Will Warren. Oof. There was something, I forget what it was. I think it was was it MLB Network? I think it was MLB Network. And they had asked um about the Yankee rotation. This was another one that I found. I love these memes where you see this pro Yankee page. Yankee winter meeting move since 2019. Garrett Cole signed the largest pitching contract at the time. Well, how's that worked out for you? Virtually nothing. There were no meetings in 20 or 21. 22, they re-signed Aaron Judge to the largest deal in franchise history. Okay, Judge is, Judge is Judge. 23, traded for Juan Soto and Alex Verdugo. How'd that work out? Soto's a Met. 24, sign Max Fried. Okay, he's going to be a year older next year. And when push came to shove, he got wrapped around by Toronto. So, and through all those great winter meetings that they've had since 2019, where's the ring? Where's the ring? Also, Valdez from the Astros, also watch him be in play for the Mets as well. I mean, again, the Mets are in on everyone because they can be on everyone. Oh, this was it. Okay. So 2026 rotation options. This was posted on MLB Network's Instagram the other day. Would you feel confident in this? Now, Garrett Cole with the elbow and Rodon are expected to be back around May, which probably be about mid-May or early June. Going into the 2026 season, Max Fried, okay. Cam Schitler, okay. Luis Gill, walk, 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 base hit, walk, 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 base hit. Um, Unless it's the Rockies or the Orioles, I'm not impressed with this kid. Will Warren, say what you want right there, and Ryan Yarbaugh. Yeah. Hey, honey, let's save up for those AL pennant tickets. Let's save up for those World Series tickets. The Yankees have Warren and Yarbaugh in their back end of the rotation. Yippee! It's a joke. It's a joke. And you're actually serious about this. Like, would you have? I'm just curious now. Freddie Peralta or Luis Gill? I'm waiting. Hunter Green or Luis Gill? And either Hunter Green or Freddie Peralta is going to be across town in Queens. But no, we don't want to sit there and pay any money. We have Yarbar and we have Warren. That's fine. Let's Steve Cohen build a dynasty over in Queens, and let's hear about it for the next 10, 15 years on WFAN radio from the just the god awful Met fans that are on that radio station. Let's just keep on doing that. Let's just sit back and let's just have the Mets sign everybody and trade for everyone because that's what's going to happen. I just outlined for you how the Mets offseason is going to go. The Yankees offseason, this is it. This is it. What you've seen so far, this is it. Nobody is coming here. They will not talk to Alonso. They will not talk to Schwarber. They will not talk to anybody. There will be no players going to the Yankees in the offseason. So I don't know if you're a Yankee fan, if you're sitting there if you're waiting for something during the hot stove winter meetings, you better not hold your breath because you're going to die because nothing's coming. This is the new norm. For years it was like, oh my God, the Yankees. Let's see what's going to happen at the winter meetings in the hot stove. Now they're a pathetic excuse of a franchise and they're a shell of their former selves. And it's just disgusting to see. Meanwhile, there is one team in New York that cares about winning and will sign stars and will trade for stars and will win a World Series very soon. That team is not in the Bronx, it's in Queens.